Today on Josh's Garage, I'm going to show you something that's a little bit sketchy. I've thought about doing this video for about 6 months and I've been a little bit worried just because of this. Yes, that is my truck cap and my rooftop tent. And yes, they're sitting on the floor. And no, I did not put them there. And yes, they did fall from the ceiling to the floor with my first build last year. So I've rebuilt this thing and I've over-designed it, but there are some interesting aspects of it I just want to share with you. How I've designed this hoist that will hold both the weight of my truck cap and rooftop tent and roof rack and awning, which is a combined weight of about 500 pounds. So stay tuned. Oh, and also pay no attention to how dirty my truck is. Deal? Here we go. So the magic of this setup, you can probably already guess it, is that I can drop the cap and I can unclip this roof rack here, here, and here, and then I can just raise my tent and roof rack up. So if I just want the cap, I can just drop the cap, pull the tent roof rack up, I can unbolt the rack if I need the rack, or I can drop it all and go overlanding. What do you think of that? Now let's look at the pieces and parts, and we'll start over here on the business end. This is just a 2,000 pound capacity winch with a little handheld remote with a 10-foot cable on it. And you can find these at various hardware stores. I'll put a link in the description below for this and all the other parts in this video. This winch is bolted into the ceiling, into the floor joists above. There's a second floor to this garage. I have 6-inch lag bolts through that board, and then 3-inch lag bolts going through the winch into the board. This is actually the part that failed. I underbuilt this part, and the winch broke loose. It came over and snapped and busted everything else, and the whole thing fell to the floor. That's why it failed in the beginning. So gotta have super heavy anchors on that winch. So the winch is connected to its own cable that it came with a hook and some cable, what are these called? Cable crimps, I guess, or rope crimps. They're basically U-bolts with little bolts on the end. And 4 cables. So, and the 4 cables go out to this junction block of 2 different pulleys, north and south here. So two cables are going through each pulley, and wood was sufficient for this because really all the tension is pulling sideways. It's not pulling down all on this. So this doesn't need to be anchored that heavily, but it does need to be solid, and those pulleys need to be anchored in that block. And then I used the slotted angle that you can find at just about any hardware store. I don't know if it's like 8-inch thick or something like that. It's pretty thin, so for that reason I've doubled up this steel at both pulley points. So that's doubled up both here, and let's zoom there, yeah. So just to make sure that it's not bending or pulling, again, just overbuilding it. These railings were wood, and there's a reason why, because when I originally started overlanding, I just had this rooftop tent, and if you've seen other videos, you know that was on my Jeep. Then I got a Raptor. Now I have a truck cap that I want to pull into the air, and I thought, oh, well, I'll just put all that on my hoist. But I built it for the 160-pound rooftop tent, not the total of 500 pounds plus that awning on the other side that you've seen adds weight. And I just want to get all of it up in the air safely. So some more interesting points about this build. So let's just kind of follow from this junction block out. So all the cables go through this, I'm calling it a junction block. It's really just kind of a center pulley system. All the cables go out to their respective drop points with pulleys. When I first built it, I thought, oh, they're all gonna pull at different rates. But it's not true. So that's just a kind of a principle here when you're building this is these cables could go zigzag back and forth 9 times if they wanted to. As long as the tension's all the same on them, they're all gonna lift at the same rate. So I thought I had to figure out the geometry and the length, and really didn't need to. They're all lifting at the same weight. So you can kind of build, you can anchor your winch in terms of process. Anchor your winch, build out your rails and all your hardware, and then run your cables. And then once you run your cables, you can then set your height. And as long as there's weight on them and they're pulling, like I said, with the same tension, you'll have a pretty level rig. Now I've had to kind of adjust and readjust it to get it nicely level. But let's just show kind of the bottom end of this. So these cables come down to these 500-pound weight capacity clips that I can clip on and off. And I did this so that I could take this off and then I could slide this board out from underneath. And these clips clip into a U-bolt that is reinforced on the bottom of the board with a little plate here. And why are these wood? Well, because wood is strong enough, the wood is supported really evenly by the bottom of this, so all of the weight is really evenly distributed along this wood. And wood will not scratch either the tent or the cap or the roof when I'm kind of sliding it in if I happen to drop it. So, and it was cheap. So this is, you know, maybe a little underbuilt, but it's at least, it's sufficient for this setup. See, like I said, it was pretty sketchy. So I hope you enjoyed it. If this was at all helpful to you, please subscribe. It would make my day. And then click the notification icon and you can see the next sketchy or weird or backwards thing I do in my garage. See you soon.